Yes, let's get into what we're all here for, the bots. Our first match is going to be on Persephone. In the upper left, it is Slenderina, a Protoss bot.
And in the bottom left, it is _fan.
I gave you the hard one. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Two
yeah.
Protosses, so I now have a Protoss bot myself on the ladder. Not doing very well.
Well, it's been good to see CryptBot come back. Yeah.
I've been trying to create one all from scratch with no kind of like other libraries apart from the base library we've got. So hopefully it'll get better. Improving all the time.
Oh, that's the beauty of bots. There's always something to work on. There's never a shortage of things you can improve.
Yes, a lot of that. There's a nice little scout coming.
Yeah, both bots sending out probes.
One thing is kind of surprising is that Slenderina's basically queued up all the waypoints for their scout rather than going, hey, I want to go here, and waiting for their go. So I wonder if there's a reason for that, because normally you just do that in code rather than just queue them all up to start with. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know for sure either. Both bots, yeah, just sending in the probes for a scout. Looks like both of them are speed, or no, T-Fan is not,
T-Fan.
It's not speed. No, it is. Oh, it's just...
It's doing it very slowly, because most bots will just kind of like click lots and lots of places at a time, but T-Fan seems to have got a nice little algorithm for that, maybe.
Yeah, just minimal clicks, which I guess helps the efficiency. Like, there definitely is a click, I think, going on in front. So, good to see that it is doing that, as that's kind of the first thing to look at with bots, like, because otherwise you're just at an inherent disadvantage, and in a mirror matchup that's very apparent. Now, we've got these two bots, both of them one base Protossing, both of them going for 2 gateways. T-Fan has not got its second gas yet, which is a little strange for one basing as Protoss.
I mean, I'm wondering if he wants to go sort of like early, kind of like Zealot Stalker kind of thing, which might be less gas heavy.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them are... Well, we're getting like a unit made out of the gateways, and both of them do go for a Nexus as well. So this is a little unconventional for PvP, but if both of them are expanding, probably means neither of them are attacking super soon.
Yeah, it's something you see sometimes from bots lower down the ladder, is that they won't go for early aggression, and sometimes their macro is a bit less kind of like smooth than the higher level bots. So it's possible that that's exactly what they wanted to do, it's just that they haven't optimized that routine specifically for this.
Yeah, so the Zealot of Slenderina loses the Zealot fight. Maybe a bit too much micro or something, instead of just A-moving. It is at least showing us some good pathing, in that the Zealot's trying to preserve its life and is running to an extent, and then it gets caught. But cool to see that it did at least prevent that Zealot from going further in. We've got a battery on the high ground. There is a Stalker and an Adept being made by Slenderina, which is important. It's got no units out until that Stalker pops out, which can now work away on the Zealot. But there's an Adept that rolls up for T-Fan. Unfortunately, it is shooting the Nexus.
So one thing I think you saw with that, with a Zealot that ran away, it probably saved a bunch of probes by just drawing the aggro from the other T-Fan.
Okay, we've got an Adept and a Stalker taking on an Adept and a Stalker. Slenderina does have a smaller army supply than its opponent. It's building another Zealot. It's building a battery at the back of the Nexus, which will definitely help out, as, I mean, well, batteries are helpful, and it seems the units are kind of pathing that way. T-Fan does kind of back off the aggression momentarily. It's got a third Nexus going up, though, and there was an Oracle produced, so this will be a big test for T-Fan, as Oracle Micro is not something that's super easy to program. You've got to manage the energy. Oracles are a very interesting unit when it comes to their pathing and the sort of acceleration, so that Oracle
has taken out a couple of workers, and
Yeah, that's a pretty good start.
Here, so, yep.
Very cool targeting, and notably this Oracle is continuously moving, which is one of the things you need to do to keep its speed up. Like, Oracle's a very sort of slow acceleration, and I believe it was Ketrock who told me this, that you basically have to keep it moving all the time, otherwise it loses its speed. And this thing is doing a wonderful job. It's avoiding the stalkers, picking off some probes, and gets 10 kills in total as T-Fan is able to get some good damage done. It's got the third Nexus behind this. Armies are still very small for both bots, but this Oracle is really doing some great damage as Slenderina is falling behind. Probes are kind of running, but again, this Oracle, like, it's not doing what a lot of bots do, which is like the unit will be like, oh, there's a target, stop and attack. No, this thing's continuously moving. This is really great programming.
Yeah, it's great micro. And something from Slenderina, you see that probes are often running away from the shield batteries.
It's true.
Whereas, like, right now, it's right in range of the shield battery. It's actually fine. Like, you know, you're not going to lose a lot to that Oracle. But definitely on the low ground one, when the Oracle came in, Slenderina's probes all ran directly in the opposite direction from the shield battery. So something to maybe improve there.
Yeah, that was definitely more probes that died than needed to. And now we've got T-Fan poking in, losing a few units, but it is teching into the almighty Tempest. It's got a few stalkers out still. There's not a lot that's looking great for Slenderina in this game as the Oracle gets an energy recharge and comes back on in. This is just like the Oracle micro.
How many kills on that Oracle? 27.
Yeah.
27 worker kills.
That's ridiculous. And like, yeah, this is perhaps some of the best Oracle control we've ever seen. As like this thing, like, it's just doing a great job preserving itself, but then also finding damage. It's very cool to just sort of keep it selected so you can see all the individual clicks it's doing. But this thing's just cruising. Now a Tempest is here. This might just be a bit of a knockout. Slenderina's army is kind of out. It is coming back. Stalkers can kill a Tempest. We'll see how well T-Fan micros this Tempest, whether it preserves it. Looks like a Stalker's trying to get near. The Tempest is falling back. The Stalkers of Slenderina do get behind it, though. And they might be able to kill it one more shot, maybe two more.
Oh, it's going to get it.
Does go down.
Just about. There's a good wraparound there from Slenderina. I'm not sure how much planned that was and how much the stalkers were just there, but it was really nice.
Yeah, Slenderina's doing a good job with its unit micro 2, pulling back the injured zealots. Its army grouping is quite nice. So like both of these bots are looking pretty advanced for our first game today, which is very exciting. Unfortunately, Slenderina is just so far behind. The quick third for T-Fan is paying off. It's got just better tech, a much better economy. So unless Slenderina gets like a nice gateway attack or something, I think it's going to be in some trouble here long term.
Yeah, definitely. It's way behind on the work account. If you look at the armies, there's Tempest coming out from T-Fan as well, so yeah. I mean, there's a good few stalkers there from Slenderina though, so maybe they can do something with that.
Yeah, Blink is being researched. They do have +1, and like Tempest, it's all about their range. They're not great head-to-head, so if Slenderina can get on the Tempest with these stalkers, things may go well. Unfortunately, T-Fan is supporting this with its own stalkers, but like the grouping of Slenderina is pretty nice. Like T-Fan's bleeding off a fair few units. Unfortunately, the Oracle is still going.
This Oracle.
Oh, this is a different one, actually.
Oh, that's a new one. Yeah, it's only got 6 kills.
Okay, the other one must have perished. Slenderina is pushing in. There's a lot of stakes on this push because it will not be able to match its opponent's production. It's got half the workers. And unfortunately, it is seemingly going home, maybe to try and handle this one Stalker or the one Oracle.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's 5 bases for T-Fan right now, so...
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be difficult.
Oh, an Immortal joins up.
I mean, where is T-Fan's army, though? Like, I guess it's all over the other side of the map.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that much. Like, it's got 3 Tempest and 3 Stalkers, a single High Templar. So, like, its army is not that big. The Tempest are going to have to basically win this one, and they might be able to if they can just clean up these Stalkers slowly. The injured stalkers are pulling back. T-Fan is bleeding off lots of units, but its production, like, it's just got so many bases that it would actually take Slenderina a long time to kill all these, basically, and I just don't think it's going to quite happen here. There's a Tempest shooting at the Nexus. There's only 31 probes left for Slenderina. The third base attempt was shut down.
Yeah, it's not looking good, and it's not even the probes, it's just a number of bases. There's pretty much going to be mined out very, very soon on those. So, yeah, it's not looking great for Slenderina, unfortunately. Morton might even go down.
Yeah, the army's just getting whittled down. There's not that much left. T-Fan played it a little fast and loose with its units, like, in the map, but its economic advantage was just so big off the back of its great Oracle Micro. So I think we've got our victor for game number 1, and T-Fan will continue to make life hard for us as we can't pronounce its name. And
it's just going to win to spite us.
It's
really
going to win. We're going to have to cast this all day. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is just our first match. The winner will, well, at this point, T-Fan will be moving on. And I don't actually know who it's taking on next, but click the like button if you guys are watching.
Yeah, I think it's Nita next.
Nita, okay, that's another Protoss bot, I believe, so.
Yeah, getting our Protoss fill today, I think.
Yeah, that's exciting, and we'll see how far T-Fan can go in this tournament. As due to the seeding, like, the opponents get tougher and tougher, but looks like a pretty solid bot all around. Relatively new project as well, which is exciting. That's one of the nice things about this active author qualifier. The actual, we get to see the new and the active bots. That's the entire point of this. Yeah,
I think the authors are quite well established within the scene. I can't remember who it is now.
It's Merkmore who programs Mulebot and someone else.
Someone else, I'm not sure. Just quickly to update the spreadsheet. Do you give me editor access on there?
Did I, or do you need it still?
I only have view access on there at the moment.
All right, we'll do it live. 1 second.
Sorry, guys. I would have said in chat, but I figured
No worries. Again, that's the nice thing about just having like this more relaxed qualifier. We can work out the bugs before the main event and stuff. So let's see. How do I manage the access? Share. Viewer. Editor. Save. Okay, you should have access to edit that now.
Check.
For those of you wondering, we're managing our bracket through Google Docs, so that anyone can update it basically, and then it'll just be updated on the stream, in theory. Again, we're kind of working out the quirks.
Yep, set to reload. There we go, it's updated, yay.
Okay, let's see if it actually updates on the stream. That's the real... This is what I was faffing about with earlier. No, it's not doing it. It was weird, because like, it was updating, and then it kind of stopped.
Yeah, you might just have to reload it.
I have done that, and it's not, which is like... I don't know, it might be like, I don't know if it's like a limit thing or something, but like I did have to like recreate the scene at some point. So I'll just do that real quick and we'll see if we can get it going. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. While we get it is nice to have an updated bracket, so that's why we're getting this taken care of. So it's easier for everyone to follow, as it is fun to keep up to date with tournaments.
Yeah, should be a good one. And I think that Oracle play from T-Fan is definitely going to be scary for any bot, whether it's in the qualifier or the main tournament.
Yeah, that might have
Yeah.
been the best Oracle micro I've seen.
Definitely from a bot, yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah, there wasn't much, I think, that could be improved there, so.
Yeah. No, that's good. The Slender Arena had a couple of good moments as well, but in the end, just losing all those workers, you don't really get to see what they intended to do because it's really stuff.
Yeah, it almost didn't get to show itself off.
Yeah.
Like, just because it was taking such a beating early on, but like its unit micro and stuff looked quite nice. Okay, that's actually weird because I recreated the thing and it's not actually.
Check the.
I think I had, yeah, when I had this before, I had to like unpublish it and then republish it or something, so it was a little strange. Let's try that. No, that's the embedded one. That won't do it. Anyway, we can always just let you guys know, and then we'll handle this for next time.
Yes. Yeah, I think it might be a good idea.
Okay, yeah. Let's just jump into the second game. It's going to be Nita versus T-Fan for our game number 2. Guys, thanks for tuning in to AI Arena Tournament 2026 Fall. Yeah, and if you guys do want to support the AI Arena, there's a Patreon page. I should dig up the link for that, or someone can post it in chat. As, yeah, we wouldn't have all these awesome bot games without AI Arena. And that is the best place to support the bots.
Yeah. And if you fancy it, make a bot of your own.
Do it, yeah.
Come on the ladder, challenge us all. It doesn't take much to get higher than CryptBot.
Yeah, higher than CryptBot or my bot, so.
Yeah. No.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and start this next match. Okay, here on Maganatha, we have got Nita. Or I got that backwards. I hadn't switched it. We've got T-Fan.
And up in the top left-hand corner, it is Nida, the bot with a much easier name to say than the other one.
Yeah, definitely so. Okay, so
Not seen much from Nida before, actually, so it'd be interesting to watch this game. Definitely.
I think Nita has like a sister bot called Norman. They've been around a while on the ladder, from what I recall.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's another case of like a pretty well-rounded bot that's just battling it out on the ladder. Both of these bots are going for probe scouts.
Yeah. See, in bot level games, there's one thing about going for a probe scout, and the other thing is trying to react correctly.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of times that bots will go for it and then entirely misunderstand what their opponents are doing and end up almost being worse off than just not going for a scout. But neither looks like it wants to stop the expansion.
Yeah, that's a very cool play, and that's one of the moves you can go for that can really cause a hurdle for your opponent, but it cancels the pylon.
Does Nida have a forge?
No, it doesn't.
No, okay. Never mind.
Just trying to mess with its opponent.
Yeah.
Canceling the pylon, like, it makes sense in a human game because it's like, oh, they'll just kill it most likely pretty quickly, but I think I would have liked to watch that complete. Looks like T-Fan, though, has it in its mind might already be thinking the expansion is blocked, and so it is potentially just going to expand towards the third, even though the natural has been freed up.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder. I mean, it must know that they cancelled the pylon, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's no pylon on the map. I guess it's just one of those things, like, the code has already been set in motion, which is a good example of why it's important to, like, update what you've got registered on the map before you make a decision.
Oh, definitely. But there used to be another bot called Three-Way Lover that you always used to set its first expansion at the third. And it was just to confuse the opposition. And this is going back a long time now. And I think it was Three-Way Lover anyway. But I don't know if this is going to confuse Nida at all into thinking he's facing a one base all-in or something.
Yeah, I don't know either. Nida simply might not even care to. It is probe scouting.
Ah, there we go.
But whether it's sort of registering that, like, it has seen there's an expansion. It's throwing up 2 batteries at its own front. We've got another case of a zealot being chased by a zealot. Deja vu. As
this time T-Fan's winning again.
It is, yeah. T-Fan zealots are just too aggressive, I guess. It did get the 1 extra swipe off, so maybe there's something going on there in regards to how the fights are initiating. The Adept of T-Fan does path into that Zealot as well, so that may be able to secure the kill. Looks like it is getting some shots off, so that's a painful loss in the early game. Losing a unit in a tight PvP race early on can really hurt, as T-Fan is looking to push on in. There's the 2 batteries. Fortunately, another Zealot does pop out and really needs to get down there, as probes are being pulled off the line, and they can do pretty good at tanking damage when there's 2 batteries supporting them.
Yeah, and unlike Slenderina, definitely fighting next to the batteries helps.
Oh, you might have jinxed it.
Oh well, never mind.
Nida's Zealot decides to go on a hike. Fortunately, a Stalker and a Sentry are out, and they are hunting down one of T-Fan's Stalkers. Really aggressive steps by Nida as they just run forward. So Nida might just be like trying to attack here, and its attack is kind of just running into the attack of T-Fan. That may be what's going on. Good micro again, though. Stalker runs out of shields, then pulls back. Unfortunately, it abandons the Sentry, which wants to go forward, and here comes the Oracle again.
Yeah, definitely a bit of miscommunication there. Like, one of the Stalkers going backwards and the Sentry going forwards.
Yeah, it was strange, yeah.
Let's see how this Oracle does again.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't get the 27 count, but...
Oh, where'd that Stalker go? There was a Stalker that was trying to get the Oracle, but I guess a unit poked at the front, so it decided to go fight that, leaving the probe line completely exposed. And the Oracle is looking to be the MVP of the game once again. It is just moving around non-stop, zapping at these probes, 15 kills. The gas probes are kind of messing with it a little bit, but they are all still going down as there's just nothing to contest this. So
and quite often, taking out the gas probes can actually be more effective than taking out the mineral probes, because sometimes bots don't check.
It's true, yeah.
Because I know I faced that problem a couple of times, but there's nothing in that line anyway now. It's just taking out
there's
every
nothing.
line. How many kills has that Oracle got?
31 already. Energy recharge is just such a powerful tool in that it lets the first Oracle go forever, basically. Yeah, and it moves to the natural once it guts the main. It's like, all right, I got to go find some more probes to kill, and it's doing a great job of it. Nida is counter-pushing across the map, though, as T-Fan doesn't have that much to defend here presently. It's got lots of probes, way more probes than its opponent at this point, but Nida is pushing on in, looking to get some counter damage done. If it can just keep farming the units of T-Fan one at a time, it might be able to snowball, and it needs to snowball if it wants hope in this game. But there we go, a Tempest did pop out, and that is probably going to end the counterattack, and the damage that has been done is just ridiculous. That Oracle's coming back on in 38 kills and looking for probes.
Oh, that Oracle is just bloodthirsty, I swear.
It is.
Like, it's just...
It's not taking into account the battery in this one, so it seems to just be programmed 2 zaps on a probe and the probe is dead, which works when there's no battery, but it was causing some odd behavior by that battery. Unfortunately, it seems that this may just be critical damage, and Nida, I think, is dead, I want to say.
I think so. I think the only hope is that Oracle, and that's facing a Tempest as well, so... And while Tempests are very slow at killing Oracles, they are very good at killing Oracles.
Yeah, it's not looking too hot here, as Nida has got nothing left. Again, it went like T-Fan was a little vulnerable to the counter push by Nita with those ground units, but the Tempest is like a safety net. Once the Tempest pops out, it's like, oh, I'm not going to die to a few units because the Tempest just requires such a significant response.
I am slightly worried that if something tries to rush T-Fan, which is probably why it's in the Authors Qualifier and not the main bracket, it will be very vulnerable to that. And we do have a lot of bots on the ladder that try to rush and kill everything straight away. So
it's true.
I'm still very impressed by the way T-Fan is managing oracles and getting lots of early damage. I think it could go far.
Yeah, like no major holes or anything in its play. It seems to be quite a solid competitor. As said, Oracle just says, yeah, I need at least 60 kills this game, so that's what it's going for. And
60.
There's
there we
60.
go.
Oh man, what a monstrous Oracle. Making great use of the energy recharge ability. As you said, Crypt, I'm curious to see whether T-Fan does have the sort of behavior in it to respond to a rush. Like, who knows, maybe it won't expand if it scouts a rush. That would be a good test for it. Do we know who it's playing next?
Up next is Pigbot. That's, I think it's Drexbot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Drexbot.
So, oh god, this is going to be fun. I'm very interested to see that. And I hope, I love Drek. I hope we can get through into the tournament. It's going to be a long road for him if he does.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's 2 wins for T-Fan. What a chance of T-Fan going coast to coast on the whole qualifier.
Hey, that's the beauty of these qualifiers. It's a possibility. Yeah. All right. So that is our second game done. Well done by T-Fan.
So that was really impressive. Very similar to the last game of how it won. Really, it basically just destroyed the mineral line of its opponents, and Nida did try to counterattack a little bit, but once you get oracles out, it's just impossible, really.
Yeah, like the Tempest. Yeah, they're probably one of the best bot units because they have so much potential to be microed. They've got lots of play in them, and they require a very specific response, which is sometimes a weakness for bots. So, oh, look at that, the bracket updated now.
Oh, okay, that's good. Just paste that in.
It's just shy, I guess.
Yeah, it just takes a while, but we get there. Yes, so next it's got to take on Pigbot, and then we have the Law, the Perilous Protoss bot, Potato, and then the final boss will be Wild Zergbot.
Yeah, I haven't cast Wild Zergbot, so I'm looking forward to seeing that play. I think it's a Zergling bot from what I read on its description, which is maybe why I haven't cast it before. I'm like, Masslings.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it'll be fun.
It will definitely be fun, and that can be something very difficult for Protoss bots to handle, is like Massling styles. So,
yeah.
But, okay.
The reason being that obviously a lot of bots are very bad at putting up blocks and walls at their front base. So, Zerglings tend to exploit that quite a lot. So,
yeah, walling is not an easy thing to, like, high ground wall offs are relatively straightforward if I'm not wrong, but like it's the low ground natural wall offs that are very difficult to implement, as all the maps are different.
And it's also the fact that if you do wall off, you end up often walling off more of your own units than you do of the enemies in bot games, because they're very bad at trying to destroy their own structures to get out of everything like that. So,
I cast a game the other day. The name of the bot escapes me. It was a Protoss bot, and like the author had done everything right. They had programmed to use walls to keep themselves safe in their main base, but their shield battery building code didn't, and they even had it programmed to kill the pylon so they could get out of their main base, but then they built a shield battery that blocked them. So it's like, it's not easy, but All right, let's jump into our third game of the day.
Yeah.
Another Protoss. Let me make sure to share that.
We're having a lot of Protoss today. I like it.
Yeah, Protoss bots are all very unique. I mean, all bots are unique on the ladder. Like, I feel like there's quite a bit of variation in the Toss bots. There's so many different ways you can be cheesy, you can be macro, you can be Tempest, you can be try and make the best Blink bot, that kind of thing. But here we are into our third game of the King of the Hill, finding out who will qualify for the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get further into this one though, click that like button if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment if you're watching the VOD, subscribe to the Twitch, all that good stuff. Here in the upper left-hand side of the map pylon, very fitting for all the Protoss we've had today, the map name pylon, it is T-Fan.
And down in the bottom right, it is the pig himself, Pigbot.
Yeah, Drekken's bot, Drekken, the creator of Versus AI Probots, and just some incredible content, so check him out if you guys haven't. And he's been working away on Pigbot just slowly but steadily for a long time now, and it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, if you haven't seen his videos about making Pigbot, check them out because they're really interesting, and he's really done a good job. You know, it's been great to see the development coming from right at the bottom to now qualifying for this active authors qualifier, and hopefully, you know, maybe get further. We'll see.
Yeah, I hope so too. I was very happy to see that Pigbot did make it into that. And yeah, it's just great to see. So we've got a scout for T-Fan going into Pigbot's main base. Pigbot did scout out around like its main and its natural, and now a probe is going out probably to check out T-Fan's base. It's a PvP, both bots going for the gateways, the cyber cores. Pigbot is a macro bot as well, so we could have that expansion going down for both sides again.
Yeah, Pigbot does have a few strategies. I think I've seen him rush occasionally, but generally speaking, yes, he will macro, so we'll see.
Yeah, from what I recall, Pigbot really likes its robo units, which makes it very cool to watch. However, there is some baggage that comes with playing like mass robo.
Yeah.
If your opponent is building Tempest, I think the main test for Pigbot in this game, the test that the other Protoss bots have failed today, is can it defend against the Oracle? Will it build a shield battery or a cannon in its mineral line? That kind of thing. Because none of the other two bots, they haven't really had a chance to play out fully and show us their full potential in a macro game because they just keep getting kneecapped.
Yeah. We've yet to really see how T-Fan performs in kind of like a mid-game where they're equal and, you know, they're really going at it. I mean, I think he'll be quite good because from what I've seen of his micro so far, it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It'll be good to see that.
And look at this probe just checking for that expansion. It sees there's an expansion, and it's got its own on the way. It's got the Stargate building, so some in-depth scouting. Looks like the Zealot of T-Fan comes out. Pigbot has invested heavily in early units, though, and drops a hallucinated Oracle, so it is going for a scout that can potentially scout that there's a Stargate, let Pigbot know that there might be harassment coming. Pigbot is actually moving out, though, with its sentries and its stalkers. This can be quite a powerful army if they stay grouped up together. They're going to dispatch that adept and keep on pushing, it appears. Whereas T-Fan has shown us that it kind of just throws its units out like one at a time. Grouping against that can be very powerful, but there will be an Oracle on the... well, there might be an Oracle on the way at some point that has yet to get started.
Yeah, there's nothing coming out of that Stargate from T-Fan at the moment, so maybe he's decided to go with something different. Or if he's detected that there's some early rush coming, he might not go for the Oracle.
Okay, there we go. It does get started. Unfortunately for T-Fan, though, its method of sending out like one unit at a time, it works sometimes, but in this case, Pigbot is handling it perfectly. It's getting all these free donated units. There's no battery for T-Fan at its natural, and Pigbot just has got this really nice push, showing off some style, dropping a force field, preventing the retreat on that Adept as easily. There's one Stalker counter-pushing, but Pigbot, liking that Robotech, has got that Immortal on the way. I think the only thing that's going to save T-Fan here is whether the Oracle can get a great amount of counter damage done.
Yeah, I think, though, the amount of damage that one Oracle is going to get, although it's pretty massive, is nothing compared to what this army from Pigbot is going to do at the front here.
All right, here's the test. Pigbot scatters its probes multiple different directions, saving some of them.
There's a Stalker there trying to chase it away, which is good.
Yeah, the probes are running again. They're trying to buy as much time, but T-Fan is just such a shark with this Oracle that it's immediately on to the next target pretty much. Pigbot is pushing while this is going on, showing us the cool multitasking of bots. One of the Stalkers of Pigbot does go down. That's definitely significant, as T-Fan does need to whittle down this army. Overall, supplies are still fairly even. Slightly more workers for T-Fan, but its natural base is quite compromised. There is a fleet beacon on the way as well for T-Fan. The Oracle is coming back on in. It's taken a beating, though, as Pigbot has been chasing after it with the Stalkers. They get some more shots off. The Oracle bounces back, 16 kills in total. And will it attack these probes? No, it's not attacking those probes, which is a little bit interesting. It seems like it wants to. Oh, its beams off. Its beams disabled.
No energy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I mean, this attack from Pigbot is still going on, and that is quite scary. Although, it doesn't seem to be making a huge amount of progress.
Yeah, both bots are playing fairly passive with their units. The Immortal, though, is just so strong to help push on in here. It's not like when you're feeding one unit at a time, your units will always lose against an Immortal. This Adept is trying to be a hero, but I don't think it's going to get it.
It does a fair bit of damage, though, and that Immortal is looking slightly less than its name is saying.
Yeah, we'll see. Can T-Fan get out like a Tempest or something like that to potentially save itself and let it play this game out? Because Pigbot isn't really skipping a beat behind this. It's got its third base up. It's building 3 probes at a time. It's doing a tremendous job chasing down this Oracle and keeping the pressure on that. T-Fan has just been bleeding out at its natural. It might even lose the Nexus, which would be a big blow, and T-Fan might actually be a little broken here. It's not spending its money. It's got a mineral bank. It's got a gas bank. It starts up a third Nexus now upon losing its natural. That's not the best timing there.
Yeah, that's not the way to go. I think Pigbot has got this.
I think so too. It never, if T-Fan had fired up a Tempest, I'd have said there's a chance, but without a Tempest, I think it's probably just going to go down. Pigbot's slow, steady push on the front while also defending against the counter pressure, while defending against this Oracle. It really just goes to show that Pigbot's got some solid logic. The Oracle is out of energy. It hasn't gone home to get a recharge or anything like that. And yeah, Pigbot.
Even with a Tempest now, there's just too much now.
Yeah.
From Pigbot, so yeah.
Another
well
Nexus
played.
going up.
Oh wow.
So
that's not going to help you.
We do see that T-Fan was vulnerable to sort of a solid counter push, to better unit grouping. Its harassment was very good this game. The Oracle really kept it in the game for a bit, but it just never grouped up enough units, and dare I say, that kind of reminds me a little bit of Mulebot at times, which is programmed by one of the authors.
Yeah, possibly.
Likes to throw units
I like
out.
Mulebot,
but
no, I like Pigbot just kind of starting to get an army early and just not necessarily going for the full push, but just being there, being annoying at the front, taking what you can, and that's really done for T-Bot here.
Yeah, really nicely done by Pigbot, and we've had we've seen some very good Protoss bots today already, which really makes me glad for doing this qualifier. Just the quality of the lower ranked bots is very high, and it goes to show just how many good ones there is on AI Arena at the moment. Pigbot cleaning everything up.
Yeah, it's going to take a while because T-Fan likes to just move stuff around and build stuff all over the map.
Oh, the Oracle is still going too.
It's still going, yeah.
33 kills.
Well, I did want to see more of T-Fan's Oracle, but unfortunately no more in this qualifier, I think.
Yeah, we have seen well over 100 probes get killed by the Oracles already, so I think we've seen a good amount of it. But yeah, really impressive Oracle usage by T-Fan, and clearly that hard work has paid off. Unfortunately, just if it consolidated a little bit more with its opening, like, I get the appeal of throwing units at your opponent, but it can be punished, as we saw Pigbot do today, and that was well done.
Win from Pigbot there. Draken has been working very hard on this, so great to see.
Yeah, really well done by Draken. Draken does, great content. I believe he does like workshops on programming his bot, which is very cool to check out. Guys, we've got 60 people watching, which is awesome. Make sure to click that like button if we can get close to that many number of likes on this live stream. That would be great. Spread the good word of bots. And we'll load up our next game, which... Who's that going to be, Crypt?
Absolutely. It will be The Law up against Pigbot.
Okay.
So, I should end the poll, really.
Yeah, The Law is a bot that's been around a while. It's a bot that's got a lot of flair. So that will be a fun one to check out.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to seeing him. And we won't fall foul of the law.
Yes, we don't want to do that.
Yes, but we also don't want to break the law. Because he's not...
The law could break. Bots do sometimes.
Yes.
Break.
Oh god, we'll stop now.
Yeah, the law does have some flair. I think this should be a really fun match between these two. Our first non-Protoss bot of the day, and we may as well just jump into it. If you're ready.
Something about if you break the law, call the pigs.
There's a joke in there for sure.
Yeah, I'm probably not very good at making it, but we'll go with it anyway.
Okay, guys, here we are. Make your predictions in the chat. Let us know who you think, who's going to win. Pigbot saying it's not predicting the win rate, it's predicting the macro rate, which is very cool. And yeah, Pigbot, bottom left of Ultra Love.
Share screen?
Oh, I think I am I not? Should be up. Is it up for you, Crypt?
No, not at the moment.
That's weird. It was up on my end. So let's do that again. Should be up now.
For some reason Discord isn't doing it.
Yeah, like I'm definitely sharing it. Maybe we can restart.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, I've got it now. It's okay, sorry. I was on the other...
Okay, good. Yes, we've got the Law in the upper right of Ultra Love going for a command center. Pigbot is going for a probe scout. I think Pigbot's a pretty safe one to assume there'll be some macro. We've got a very low HP SCV attacking a very low health probe, but the probe does get the courage to turn around and fight. Very good to see.
It was just waiting for that shield to recover.
Yeah, it almost died there just by being too passive, but that's why it's important to like have your units do an attack semi-often so you don't just get killed when you could be defending yourself. And
yeah, and occasionally we have seen probe harass win games. So.
It's true. Yeah,
Especially in the very early tournaments we had on the StarCraft 2 AI server, when we literally had Micro Machine, I think in his first tournament, won several of the games just by sending two SCVs out and just killing an entire mineral line.
Yeah, the evolution of the bot scene has really been something. Like, there's so many bots that are programmed now that do have, they pass a lot of the basic tests that you have to handle as an author, and these two seem pretty well rounded. The Law is going for lots of bio and marines so far, barely mining any gas, just wanting to get out. Lots of bio, lots of barracks early on. Pigbot is continuously probe scouting, which is cool to see. Yes, there's an expansion.
Yeah, I think it might just be going for a bunch of bio and trying to run across the map, maybe.
Yeah. I am curious, like, yeah, what's the next step for the Law? Will it just attack with non-upgraded marines? Is it gonna get a tech lab or a factory? It's just getting enough gas for a factory now. So there that goes. And
yeah,
you are right.
A bit late.
8 marines? 8 marines.
Yeah. But this is quite a long rush distance on Ultralove, so...
Yeah, it is a long rush distance. There's the high ground, although Pigbot's units are not stationed there, but they're stalkers. In theory, they should be able to kite these marines back effectively. We'll see it, and now there's 3 stalkers, so that really improves the odds for Pigbot. As the stalkers fire, they begin retreating. The probes are retreating too to try and minimize the damage. There definitely are pockets in this natural base, but what a great defense from Pigbot as the units just pull back to safety. Lots of lost mining time, but only 1 probe died so far.
Yeah, that's very impressive for Pigbot. It's normally, if you've got stalkers against marines and they haven't got their stim packs, then it's very good for the stalkers, but you have to micro it properly, and Pigbot has just shown lovely micro there and just absolutely destroyed that rush.
Yeah, it did exactly what it needed to do.
Well, the Law is banking lots of minerals at the moment. It makes me wondering if it's just a bit gas starved.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. It has established more refineries now, so that problem may be corrected. But like, its initial gas mining was very low, so you are right. I think that's bottlenecking it a little bit. We're now having the Marines of the Law cross the Stalkers of Pigbot, and this is not good for the Terran bot, as the Stalkers, they can micro non-upgraded Marines endlessly, whereas the Law, its units can be whittled down on the other side of the map. We'll see if Pigbot can do that, as these Marines are currently uncontested, and it's a little bit of a base race.
Yeah, there's no Stalkers for the Pigbot at home at the moment, so maybe...
Yeah, it works in a Zealot, but that's not what it needs. It needs just a couple of Stalkers, and they would clean this up as time goes on, but it needs something. Looks like Pigbot is bringing home 1 Stalker to help out, and like that, and the probes running around could buy enough time for it to just get critical damage on the other side of the map. The Law is not building any tanks, no Marauders with concussive shell. Like, these Marines will never catch these Stalkers if Pigbot micros them correctly.
This is looking so good for Pigbot, but I would say that there isn't any Stalkers at home apart from that one.
The one hero Stalker has got its work cut out for it, but like, the Nexus can soak so much damage. The probes, they're making the Marines run back and forth. The Stalker does kind of get got on the ramp a little bit, and that could allow it to be cleaned up, but no, looks like it, I think it will triumph here. It's very, very close, actually. But on the other side, Pigbot has killed the expansion of the Law. The rest of the Stalkers are coming home. It's a 3-base Protoss, and the last of the Marines will eventually get dealt with. Pigbot's just probe survival is really quite nice. I mean, it did lose 30, but the Law lost 35 in an expansion, and...
Yeah, the Law lost far more there, and one thing you often see with bots as well is, like, they'll micro their entire army to do one thing or another, so very impressed by Pigbot just sending a single Stalker back. Even though I would prefer 2. You know, I would have preferred 2 there, but...
The Law is building a single battle cruiser to try and bring it back from the brink. As that teleports into Pigbot's base, the probes immediately scatter, though, and are avoiding that BC. The BC now working on the Nexus. Pigbot will need to bring back its Stalkers to handle this, but it's also just farming SCVs in the natural, as the Law was in a bit of a loop there, sending SCVs down to build a starport, which it can no longer afford to build.
So is that battlecruiser from Raw just going to sit there on the Nexus?
It seems so. Yeah. Not hunting probes or anything. Pigbot is not microing its Stalkers, though, against this. That's not great.
Still, it's getting some damage onto that BC, but the Immortal is not going to do any damage to
no.
it. So, Stalkers coming back.
If the Law had taken a little bit less damage, I'd be like, oh yeah, there's a chance here. I think Pigbot will handle this eventually, though.
There's no SCVs from them. There's 3 of them.
Pigbot's just warping in Zealots, though, and building a Disruptor. This is a weakness that I've noticed with Pigbot in the past. It does struggle to handle, like, air units with its composition. Warping in Zealots and Disruptors is not conducive to killing a battle cruiser. All the Stalkers have died.
There's nothing there that can actually damage that battlecruiser. So, yeah, this might take a while.
Yeah, and it's even a bit of a death spiral too, as units keep getting killed off. Pigbot's spending its money on probes too. It builds a forge. It just needs to make a few Stalkers, and this should be handled. The Law is not exactly being smart either, in that it's building a starport, building a barracks, not building any SCVs, despite having the cash to do so. It's mining gas when it just needs more minerals. Scrappy game, this one.
Yeah. And now Pigbot is supply blocked as well, which it's fixed itself from. So the chance of building any Stalkers soon is quite low. We just gets a forge. I'm wondering why he gets the forge there.
I don't know, but it keeps warping in Zealots that are getting killed off by the BC. No Stalkers for some reason. Like, it's got the Cyber Core, but this is a problem I've seen with Pigbot in the past. Its biggest weakness. So the Law is slowly building.
I'm wondering how we unblock ourselves from this. Like,
Pigbot's got such a high income. Who knows? Maybe it will eventually build something. But the Law has just started producing a second battle cruiser.
Oh no!
That's not good.
This could be the end. Yeah, this could be the end for Pigbot here.
Yeah. Oh, this is so heartbreaking because it totally dominated the early game.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if Pigbot were to send his entire army straight up to Raw's base right now, it would be over.
It's got 17 Zealots.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if you can get that.
It would be nice, but yeah, it's just so hard stuck here. These are the painful bot games to watch.
Yeah.
So close, yet so far, as Pigbot just keeps warping in more and more Zealots.
Yeah, no, battlecruiser are about to pop.
Oh man, here we go. This it's probably going to teleport across the map knowing the Law, and there it goes. Oh, to the natural now.
Oh no.
Double trouble. Oh, this is so heartbreaking. Hopefully Pigbot attacks or does something. It's building a Templar Archives. It might build Archons eventually, although the Templar Archives is being shot. Oh no. Because I have cast games of it where Archons have been its only anti-air, and it's just not happening now. If the Templar Archives got up, I bet it would have built some Archons.
Yeah. Definitely. I wonder if it's got any sort of code to unblock itself at any point.
I don't think so. I think this is just a bit of a problem that's been in Pigbot for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, it does. It started a Stalker, but I think it warped it in under the BC.
Oh no.
So curious how it did just randomly warp in one Stalker. It's now supply blocked. Maybe it'll warp in another. The Robo dies. That's probably honestly a good thing, so it stops building disruptors.
So, if the Robo's dead, now all it can build is something out of the Nexus. You've got to hope that that Cyber Core doesn't go down at any point.
Yeah. It's building a new Nexus that might unsupply block it. How many?
Yeah.
It's only got the one warp gate that's underpowered. That's why. And I think just like the probes that are maybe trying to build something keep dying.
So if
the Law keeps building Medivacs, by the way. It's got 5. The Cyber Core will go down.
it'll rebuild.
Pigbot builds a gateway. Heartbreaking for Pigbot.
Yeah.
The Law builds a new command center.
That's not looking good for our Pigbots.
Oh, one of the BCs jumps like 2 feet. Okay. Come on, attack, Pigbot. It's time to A-move.
Let's go. Maybe if he just gets all his Nexus destroyed, we'll just A-move to the other side.
Oh, it did get woken up. Hold on, slow the roll. But then, yeah, I think the Law attacked with some Marauders and... Oh, now the Law's BCs are asleep.
Oh no.
Oh gosh, are we going to be here forever? Pigbot?
I think Pigbot's building some more gateways. Get a Cyber Core up and you're back in the game, Pigbot.
Yeah. The Law has not built any more SCVs. It's just been mining this one gas into oblivion. Maybe these guys will get reassigned once that gas runs out.
But, like, there's not many minerals there for the Law, and Pigbot has a huge bank.
Yeah.
If Pigbot can just get a few gateways up and start producing some stalkers, maybe
it's not building a Cyber Core, though.
He's got...
Builds 1 pylon, but it needs like 3. The Law... Eventually this gas will run out. It's building some Marauders slowly. I'm curious what... Oh, Pigbot...
Wait, Pigbot's coming across.
Pardon my observing. Okay, here we go as Pigbot finally decides to attack, but then it recalls for some reason half the Zealots, but there's still lots here. What is this game? The 2
happening?
BCs are still sleeping. Killing off a probe.
Yeah.
The Law loses
Pigbot
its only source of minerals. Well, those probes were, those SCVs were reassigned.
He's got a couple left.
The fact that the BCs fell asleep may let Pigbot eventually muddy its way through this game.
This is the fun games you have when you cast a lower level bot sometimes.
It's close. We don't know who's going to win this.
I still have no clue who's going to win.
Pigbot's broken. The Law is broken. We jinxed it. We said breaking the law. And here we are.
Call the pigs.
Yeah. Oh man, what a mess. Probes are getting fed into the BCs. We could even have a draw or something here. Who knows?
It's possible, isn't it? Come on. Pigbot. Come on, Laura, break yourself.
It's building Marauders, which is... Oh, okay, Pigbot's moving out. Slow Zealots against 15 Zealots against 12 Marauders. The Marauders have Stim but no Concussive Shell. The Medivacs have not been assisting. And there's all the Immortals. Okay.
Wow.
I think Pigbot may win this. The Marauders are not microing. Pigbot's pulling back-ish, regrouping, pushing up the ramp though. Turns out Zealots and Immortals are pretty good against Marauders that sit there.
Disruptors don't like fighting against Immortals.
Okay.
The Disruptors seem to be killing more of their own units.
They did definitely kill some zealots. Oh man.
I love this game.
Oh, what a bot game. Pigbot survives by the good graces of the law to quit. That's why bot games are never over until they're over.
Exactly.
Wow, that was a
what
bot
can you say
game
about
of
that
all
game,
ti-
really?
That was a bot game of all time.
Of all the bot games of all time, that was definitely one of them.
Yeah, every now and then the bots like to remind you that they are indeed bots. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff, it looks like it's Perilous Proton.
Yeah, another PvP. That will be a fun one. We'll go ahead and load up our next match. Guys, thanks for tuning in to the 2026 Fall AI Arena Tournament. If you want to try programming a bot and you're like, what on earth is this? Go to aiarena.net. There's a great wiki page. There's a link to the Discord where there's lots of helpful people and guides. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a fun match. Looks like all of our bots in this bracket are Protoss except for the Law.
And
Wild Zerg bot.
Yeah. We're saving the Zerg for last.
Yep.
Okay, guys. Click the like button too before we jump into our next game. But we'll go ahead and do that now as I'm ready. I'll share that stream. Okay, we get a very interesting tag from Pigbot. Commitment Cheese, Strategy Cannon Rush.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, we may be getting some pig cheese. The Perilous Protoss bot.
You just made me ill. That's all good.
That's, I mean, you know, I'm not going to dig into that one, but yes.
Yeah, fair.
The Perilous Protoss bot, I like to call it the PPB, is a bot that's been around quite a while. Like, it's been around a long time from what I recall.
Yeah. Oh, I seem to remember that back a few seasons ago, so...
Yeah, I think it was definitely a bot I cast, like, fairly early on into my foray into casting bots. It's always been a pretty solid macro bot, so it should be a good match for Pigbot. The PPB is probe scouting. Pigbot pulls a lot of probes to get that probe, and it does.
Yeah, it's got it. Pigbot is stacking up the minerals at the moment.
Yeah, it really delayed its gateway.
Yeah.
That's very bizarre. I wonder what's going on here.
I mean, I think it must have tried to originally go Cannon Rush, and then something might have stopped it from going Cannon Rush, so it might have just not built the early gateway, maybe? I don't know.
I think you've got to be right about that. Like, it said it was Cannon Rushing, like, Commitment Cheese, Strategy Cannon Rush, but it's not, so maybe it's a new build that was being tested out or something that just didn't happen. Hopefully Pigbot wakes up upon this gateway completing.
No gas at the moment from Pig either, so...
Gateway's done. What do we get? Okay, a gas, a pylon, and no cyber core. Another gateway. Double gas.
What is this build from Pig?
Oh, actually, one of the gases is the PPBs.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, like, maybe the probe pull or something, like, cancel the build command or something.
I mean, we've got another Nexus there.
Yeah, we are getting a Zealot, we are getting a Nexus. It's just a very suboptimal start. Although,
it's
I mean,
very delayed. Yeah.
Like, the PPB's ahead on its Nexus timing. It's going to have Warp Gate quicker than its opponent. It's not the end of the world for Pigbot. Perilous Protoss bot is building one too many pylons, I think, as it's got a lot of supply to work with.
Yeah. I mean, if Pigbot can just kind of like settle in and catch up, then it should be okay, but it's definitely not an optimal build it's got here.
No, it hasn't built the Cyber Core yet.
Yeah.
It's building slow Zealots. Okay, one of the Zealots does eventually start chasing the probe anyway. We'll get it. Too many commands being issued to that one of the Perilous Protoss bot. Might have slowed it down a bit. And, okay, the gas will be cleaned up. We're getting a third gateway for Pigbot. Fortunately, the PPB is not really exploiting this too much.
I think an attack now from PPB will probably be very devastating for Pigbot. But just where is his Cyber Core? He still hasn't bought a Cyber Core.
Yeah, Pigbot's totally just broken here in some regard.
Yeah.
Slow Zealots galore. Like, at least it's building the slow Zealots, and it's actually getting a high count of them. It's got more units than its opponent. It's getting up a third Nexus. A Forge.
I mean, sure, you can get some upgrades, but just upgrade the Zealots. You're not going to get any... You're not even got Zealot charge.
It does make me wonder on the logic of, like, Pigbot's build manager or whatever. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Must be something wrong. It must think that it has a Cyber Core, but it doesn't. Yeah.
Oh, finally a Cyber Core.
Oh, okay, there we go.
5 minutes into the game. Okay, and maybe we can just go on like nothing happened. As economically, Pigbot's actually going to be ahead with a third Nexus. The Perilous Protoss bot, I don't know, like, why it's not dominating Pigbot economically after that incredibly slow start.
It just hasn't gone for the extra Nexus, I think, and also it just hasn't attacked. It hasn't made the most of this terrible start from Pigbot, because if you throw over all the Stalkers he's got at the moment, fight those Zealots forever.
Yeah, that's true.
You would have such an advantage.
Like, Pigbot's got a lot of beef in this army now. It's got 15 Zealots, and it takes forever to kill that many Zealots. When we get a fight, it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Go.
Pigbot's building more Zealots. Twilight Council, like, if there's charge researched at some point... Oh, the Stalker! You gotta move, man!
Oh, no! Micro is not really there from Perilous Protoss.
Okay, it's running, but it's bringing the Zealots home. It's like, hey, I brought friends. And it does wake Pigbot up, and now the Zealots are going to attack. And if these things roll into the natural and the PPB's out of position, which it's looking like it will be, this could be disastrous.
But coming in from behind, those Stalkers...
they could all just be getting kited to death here. Let's see.
I think so.
The Zealots are getting on top of the Zealots of the PPB. They are trying to chase. Unfortunately, no charge means that they will all get cut down eventually. Pigbot, despite having the Cyber Core, is building just Zealots still. So it's in a very Zealot-y mood, despite it.
Zealots are getting some nice shots off in that army as well. They're not getting kited as well as they should be, really.
Yeah, definitely, like, the Perilous Protoss bot's kind of getting away with it in this case. Oh, it's just gonna lose a Stalker, which isn't great.
Yeah.
Showing us it's got some quirks. Fortunately for Pigbot, the PPB is leaving it alone.
I mean, PPB has a giant army advantage now, which didn't have before that fight as well.
Yeah.
You saw all those Zealots being taken out, and now Perilous Protoss bot has that big army, and Pig isn't really producing enough to counter that.
Yeah, it's building a third base. Now the Perilous Protoss bot says, game over, man, game over. Both bots have +1, but now Pigbot's adding in some High Templar. It's getting Warp Gate incredibly delayed. Charge and armor with a second Robo going up. We'll see if the Zealots can buy enough time for Pigbot to get into some of these higher tech units. It's got a Disruptor on the way. Right now, though, the Perilous Protoss bot does have a window to potentially end this game. We'll see if it can be aggressive enough to actually kill Pigbot.
Yeah. Very nice concave there from PPB. I don't know if he meant it, but it worked out very well. There's a nice Immortal there.
Yeah, we get
Pigbot.
the PPB move commanding after some probes, which is really highlighting why you always want to be like shooting on a step.
Yeah.
Archons, one's getting morphed. The PPB totally ignoring this, really trying to chase these probes, showing us that it does have suboptimal micro at times. The Archon gets deleted, but there's the Disruptor connection. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. That
11
Disruptor.
kills.
That's insane.
Pigbot.
That might have just swung this match.
I think so, yeah. The PPB is not giving me confidence here as it's trying to really chase one of these probes. Like, it's okay to chase probes at times, but it's like, if you're not in range of the probes and other things are in range of you, just shoot those other things and go back to chasing the probe. There's a split, so the Perilous Protoss bot can micro against things at times. Really nice split there, but for whatever reason, it kind of just gets hyper-focused on probes or something and move commands. Pigbot has been it's been building up to 3 Immortals at a time. We're getting Disruptors, Warp Gates done. It's got 1-1. It's got a much superior economy to its opponent and is all of a sudden in the lead.
That's crazy. That Disrupt shot really changed the face of this game. And yeah, Pigbot just needs to push the accelerator and run in and take out everything he can. Another Disruptor shot here would be amazing.
Oh.
Here we go.
Good split
No,
and pull
good
back.
split there, yeah.
Charge is done for the PPB. Its units move forward, but then a section randomly splits off and pulls back for a moment. The Zealots are doing a great job buffering. The Prism is juggling the Stalkers. So Pigbot's attack may fizzle out. We shall see. Fortunately for Pigbot, though, the Perilous Protoss bot is having some bad grouping, only fighting with a portion of its army, and really falling short in that regard, in that aspect. Being a little too complicated, I think, perhaps, and it's just not quite working out here. Battery overcharge as the cannon. The batteries are forming a defensive position. The Prism is still juggling some of these injured Stalkers, which is nice. We get a counter Disruptor. Pigbot pulls back and micros well and continues the assault at the front.
Yeah, I think it's looking quite good for Pigbot still. I think it's not... Perilous Protoss bot is hanging on quite well, so a little bit of mismanagement there, but now Pigbot is just running in and murdering everything.
The Prism dies, yeah.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate for the PPB, just maybe needs a little bit of work in regards to like its unit movement or its micro. Disruptor versus Disruptor, Pigbot does a good job pulling back against that. It's nice to see a bot that uses Disruptors also having good micro against them. Yeah, the Perilous Protoss bot just, not quite able to make it happen. It did go for a push. There was potential with it, but then and the timing was good. Just the micro let it down a little bit. So
yeah, and it's something you often see with bots is like the Disruptor shot should be easy to dodge for bots because you have perfect knowledge of where they're going to hit, where you shouldn't be. But sometimes, obviously, if you don't program that in, you get hit with it.
yeah,
it's always nasty.
It's not an easy thing to like program good pathing and movement into your bot. There's so many different priorities because StarCraft's a game that's just always fluctuating, so it's not, things are not always just black and white as far as what the best decision is. But, yeah. Pigbot.
And people write these bots as a hobby, they don't write them professionally, so kind of like programming for every single scenario is impossible. And you know, obviously you've got to manage your time. It's the one resource you have to program in the strategies.
Yeah.
Figure out what to do, and you're not going to get everything.
That's very well said. And yeah, it is important to give like props to these authors. They're both very good bots, and like we've got some very talented programmers that do this as a hobby, which is why we do these tournaments to watch to see just the cool things people program, have a bit of a laugh at the derp sometimes, and the Perilous Protoss bot ends on it's just a flesh wound. Unfortunately, it was a fatal one. So.
Yep. Just a flesh wound with 3 of your arms hanging off. I don't know why you've got 3 arms, but you know.
Your arm's off. No, it isn't. I want GG.
What are you gonna do? Bite me to death? Right, so next up, it is Potato.
Okay. Yes, Pigbot will move on to face Bot-Tato in our final best of 1 today, guys. It's been very fun, and then we'll have the best of 3 to determine who moves on. If you follow the bot scene, Bot-Tato is one you should probably be familiar with. It isn't like breaking into the top 10, but it's can definitely give the top bots a run for their money. And so I think Pigbot's going to need to hope its build runs properly this time, because I don't know if Bot-Tato will let it get away with that.
Yeah, it's really gotten away with it twice in a row, which is I like to see Pigbot move on, but you obviously want to see the bots showing their best, and Pigbot's sort of like came out twice in a row with, well, I'd say reasonably lucky wins, but you know, hopefully this time it can show exactly what it can do.
Yeah, it's difficult, yeah, because like there is definitely luck involved, but it's like you don't want to with bots. It's like it is a lucky win that Pigbot has been able to triumph. It's like, but then it's like it was only its opponent kind of blundered too, so it's just luck and bugs exactly, all around. Yeah. May the bugs be in your favor type thing.
Yes, may the bugs be always in. Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was a quote from, may the odds always be.
The Hunger Games.
Can't remember that
may
quote.
the odds
Hunger
be in
Games,
your favor.
yes,
yeah.
That's correct.
May the bugs be in your favor. Because all bots bug out, even the best ones, and it's just sometimes your bot bugs out at a really bad time. Sometimes your opponent bugs out at a good time. But let's see. I think we have potential for a really good macro game between these two. It's Bot-Tato and Pigbot for our final best of 1. The winner will move on to the qualification match against Wild Zergbot.
And I was wrong when I said all the other bots are Protoss except for the end one. Bot-Tato is actually a Terran.
Yes, Bot-Tato is it's a bot I'm pretty darn familiar with. The authors, it's a relatively new bot. It's been around like at least a year or more, but that's new by some bot standards, as these are projects that people work on over a long period of time. But yeah, it's not quite like a top 10 bot, but it's had games against like Eris and other top bots that it's given them a run for its money. It's got some very cool mechanics, like its army movement, its compositions. So we'll see whether Pigbot can stand up to Bot-Tato, which is the higher seed.
And also, I think is made by Dogtato, isn't it? Who is quite active on the AI Arena Discord and always helping people out and contributing to the community. So thanks for that, and I hope your bot does well.
Yeah, the author is quite active and is always taking part in discussions, which is a good shout out. Join the AI Arena Discord, guys. Like it's the place to be. Tournament announcements and talk of bots and other things. And yeah,
come join us. Have some fun. It's a nice little probe for the SCV.
Yeah.
SCVs do have slightly more health, but obviously if the probe can regenerate its shields, it will win that fight. Unless Dogtato gets another SCV out.
Oh, the probe of Pigbot does get taken down. Probably would have died to the Reaper anyway. This is one of the things that Tato, well, the author does, is go for that very early second depot just to ensure it has that wall as a rush defense, and then it does trap those workers, which is nice. Pigbot will be having to show us some of its early game chops here as a Reaper is crossing the map. And I believe Tato has some pretty solid Reaper micro at times, so Pigbot will be on the defense against this. A Stalker is about halfway done. What will the damage be? One probe gets nicely grenaded, stays alive, and is fortunately out of view of the Reaper. Unfortunately, it does go down along with one other probe. Pigbot, though, showed us in a previous game that it was pretty good at handling the oracles of T-Fan. And that kind of applies similarly to Reapers. Tato doesn't get the scout with the Reaper and drops a scan. So the author really wants that information. A very expensive way to get that information, but the Reaper didn't make it in, so playing it safe.
Yeah, it's going to cost him, but probably worth it in the early game, maybe.
Yeah, it's a big commitment, that early game scan. Like, that's, instead of the first mule, that's 250 minerals.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you're being cheesed, it's like, all right, jackpot, I totally called that right. But like, they already saw the other Nexus. So
Yeah.
was that necessary? It's like, I mean, I guess it saw the Robo too. So, like, in other cases, it might have seen a Stargate and been like, oh, I need Vikings or things like that. So, yeah, I don't hate it.
I mean, you can make that decision. But yeah, it's probably not something a professional player would make. But we're not dealing with professional players, so...
Yeah, it's definitely true. Pigbot engages that bunker, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Doesn't micro the Stalkers back. Pigbot's also floating lots of money once more. It's building nothing.
Yeah, this confuses me about Pigbot. Like, I don't think that's intended. I think it's definitely supposed to spend that money.
Yeah, it's getting out an observer. It did warp in one Stalker. Yeah, like, Pigbot's a really interesting bot. It's like got really good behavior for certain things. It just doesn't quite come together with the build always. And yeah, so we'll see. Like, it is spending its money now, warping in some more Stalkers. No third base yet, maybe because this Reaper's cruising around. Pigbot's also going for a Banshee, which can definitely get some powerful harassment off, as it does make good use of those. Looks like this observer is hanging out, maybe planning on that third base. Tato is sending out a couple of Marines, interestingly enough. Just like, the Marines that aren't in the bunker were being sent out, and there's the rest of them being unloaded and sent out.
There's an interesting spread there, definitely.
Yeah. The tank is moving forward. Is this a push? Like, just the tank, the Banshee to bring the pain early on? It's a risky move out by the Terran.
We've definitely seen Banshees have a lot of success in the bot world before, so...
Definitely, yeah. No cloak just yet. About 20 seconds out. The Reaper's done a great job staying alive. The tank is actually vulnerable here, as Pigbot is able to grab that, and there just wasn't enough for Tato to support that, as the armies do collide. The Banshee, though, is in the main base harassing Pigbot. It dealt with an Oracle, it dealt with the Reaper pretty effectively, and it does zone out the Banshee. The next test will be, can it get that Observer where it needs to be? Looks like the Observer is not coming back to that Banshee. It's in the middle of the map for now. And Tato hasn't popped the cloak yet.
The cloak's just finished, so...
Yeah, will it cloak once the Stalker gets in range?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go. Oh, but it bugs out and pops it multiple times.
No! Sometimes you see those kind of bugs and you're like, oh no, don't do that.
Yeah, you gotta have a cooldown on those kind of things to prevent that behavior. They're still getting some work, but yeah, Tato does have a bug in its cloak behavior.
No.
I wonder what's prompting it to decloak. Like, is it because there was an observer near that it's like, oh, don't burn the energy if there's an observer near, but then the observer backs out or something? I don't know.
I don't... Close enough. It didn't seem like it was close enough.
Yeah, I didn't quite see where they were.
Yeah.
12 probes were killed in total. So both sides taking a bit of damage. Bot Tato losing some units, whereas... Oh man, what's going on here?
Oh, I think that's just the bunker point. No, oh. No. Oh no.
Reaper still alive, very impressive. Trying to get more probes, not quite able to. It does meet its end. Pigbot's
too soon.
Yeah, totally jinxed it there. Pigbot's now looking to push on in. It does have charge and +1. This is a nice defensive position for the Terran though, and Bot Tato's got just a really nice composition with Medivacs to support. It is getting a little far forward, feeding into a nice concave of Pigbot though, and the tank's a little too far back. There we go. Pigbot steps forward in range of the tank. The bunker's being repaired, staying alive. That's very important. It holds on for a while, but the 3 Immortals are able to break it down. If the tank dies, that could potentially be fatal as Pigbot steps forward with the Immortals. The Widow Mine does get sniped off without being able to fire. And the SCVs, the command center, lift off. Is Pigbot going to be able to pull the upset here? As Bot Tato is under a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of damage there done by Pigbot, but I think Bot Tato will be able to just about stabilize this.
It does hold on.
SCVs yeah.
Get out of the way, which is good to see. So the CC re-lands. Bot Tato is down on workers. It's down on army supply. It does have +1 attack finishing up, so upgrades will be even. It's got stim, it's got combat shield, a nice number of medivacs to support it, and the Banshees too. But Bot Tato, or Pigbot, pardon me, has got a nice army once again moving forward. It is hesitating in the face of that tank, though. It probably could have killed it off pretty easily. Steps back for a moment, though, so the tank gets off many more shots. The Widow Mine fires. And we've got Banshees scooting around, a reasonable amount of bio. That wasn't a bad trade for Bot Tato, all things considered.
No, I think also you got those disruptors which just seem to disappear out of the fight as well. I don't know where they went to. But sticking those on
you're
the
right
tanks
about that.
can be quite good.
The disruptors and the High Templars noped on out of there.
Nice little attack here.
Yeah, some long-distance mining getting interrupted. Bot Tato just doesn't have that many units at the moment. It's trying to get up a 3rd command center once again. Some of its units do come in from the back. The Banshees are doing a good job keeping Pigbot occupied. This one's got 20 kills. This other one has got 11 kills, showing us with that speed, it's pretty difficult to get the kill on them.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of about average on the bot level for Banshees. I don't think they're too devastating to Pigbot at the moment, but I've seen a lot worse, definitely. I don't think they're definitely not using their cloak, which would be crazy.
No. Bot Tato, not a bot to dilly-dally, is looking to move out and attack once again, which may be a little risky as the Protoss army is significant. We'll see whether the Disruptors, whether the High Templars partake in this fight. The Observer reveals the Banshee. That one actually was staying cloaked for a moment there, and then they uncloak at some point. Looks like Bot Tato's attack will be shut down with just a portion of Pigbot's army. A couple of Archons may go down as the Banshees are in sight.
Very low.
3 Banshees now.
Archons have no actual health, just rely on their shields.
Yeah.
Fairly sick individuals otherwise.
We've got a Thor being produced by Bot Tato, which can be very cool. It's got a Ghost. It's really going for all the cool Terran units at this point in the game. Banshees are still scooting around. Pigbot may be lacking some anti-air once again. Like, this is... Yeah, just such an interesting skirmish here.
It's got the Archons, but the Archons are about the only thing that fires up.
Yeah,
so,
it's building more Disruptors. Like, I don't think it needs 8 Disruptors. Like...
No.
More immortals
Especially
would be
as,
nice.
Yeah, Potato seems to be quite good at dodging them, so I don't think those disruptors are going to get a huge amount done.
Yeah, Pigbot's really taking a beating, and its defense is just not coming together. Supplies really are misleading. There's literally nothing that shoots up for Pigbot once again, so the Banshees are not being contested. The High Templar, they're not using any spells, they're not using feedback, and Pigbot is going to lose that third Nexus to a relatively small Terran force. Just, yeah, the composition just not quite coming together. It needs more Stalkers, that kind of thing. A Disruptor shot gets fired. I think it was trying to get those units from the high to the low ground. That doesn't quite work out. EMPs get dropped by Potato. An Archon does get morphed.
Well, the Disruptor shot goes nowhere. So... goes down. Yeah, it's just those Disruptor shots are just not getting anything done, unfortunately, for Pigbot.
Yeah.
All his bases are under attack.
Potato is all over Pigbot. Yeah, and like Pigbot, it did have momentum for a while there. Just then its composition wasn't the best to handle the just constant Banshee harassment. You might have wanted a Phoenix, just batteries or more Stalkers in your bases, that kind of thing. I can say with confidence 8 Disruptors was too many. Yeah, but great showing by Pigbot, all in all.
Yeah, a couple of wins, and it's so hard to go through a tournament like this all the way from such an early stage to the finish, because you run into some pretty decent bots at the end.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder. Now, we've got our number 1 and our number 2 seed for this qualifier. Potato and Wild Zergbot will be facing off in what should be a pretty epic TVZ. All the Protoss have been defeated.
Oh. So many Protoss and you end up with a TVZ.
Yeah, it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
There's Protoss fans out there, I will share it here.
This is the active author qualifier number 1, by the way, guys. We will be having the second one's going to be put up in pieces on the YouTube channel. So instead of like regular casts, it's going to be qualifier matches, which will be fun. Yeah.
Our final boss is going to be Wild Zergbot.
I'm excited. I've never cast Wild Zergbot before.
I don't think I've seen much of Wild Zergbot, so other than he's wild and he's a Zerg and he's a bot, so
watch it not be Zerg and the name's just throwing us off.
It's Protoss, guys. We've got our Protoss in the final. No, I can confirm it is a Zerg bot. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's just Pigbot with a mustache or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this one's going to be a little different, guys, because it is going to be a best of 3. We wanted to give the bots a little bit more leeway and play a bit more of a full series. Still, though, a best of 3, it can be over pretty quickly. And this should be a very fun match, I think. I'll be happy with either of these bots making it into the round of 16, which is what they're playing for. Just big thanks to everyone for tuning in today. Click the like button before we jump into this final best of 3. Check out the AI Arena Patreon. We wouldn't have these awesome bot games. You can help pay for servers, that kind of thing. Request extra matches on AI Arena, which is one of the best features of being a patron. You can just, if you want to see 2 bots play, put in a request for the replay. Anytime
you want, send your bot up against Eris and watch it get destroyed.
Yeah, it's very useful if you're programming your own bot.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Okay, big thanks to everyone for tuning in. We'll jump into that next match if you're ready for it, Crypt.
Yeah, let's go.
Let me share that screen. Okay, it's our final series to see who makes it into the round of 16 Swiss, into the main event with all the other top bots. It is Bot-tato here on Torches.
Down the bottom right corner. It's a bot, it's a Zerg, and it's wild. Wild Zerg.
Oh, an early spawning pool.
Oh yeah.
This could be our cheesiest game yet. Like, our games haven't been very cheesy at all today. Really?
No. I was expecting sort of like a lot of kind of very strange tactics and a bit of cheese, but actually we've had bots play very straight up most of the time. Good.
Wild Zergbot says no more.
Yep.
As it is going for that cheesy early spawning pool. Again, it's not a guaranteed cheese. I don't know how this bot plays because, like, for example, Cannonana, one of the best macro Zergs, it always opens up pool first. And that can even sometimes throw your opponent for a loop, depending on their scouting reactions. Wild Zergbot fires up a queen.
But
no lings.
Bot-tato has detected it. So
Yeah.
It says early pool detected, so see how he reacts.
Yeah, it might be an early bunker. It's already got that wall, which is really nice. No expansion detected. So look at that. Yeah, a bunker on the high ground as a response to detecting cheese from the opponent. And as a Terran, it's really nice to have the option because you can always just build your expansion on the high ground and you don't have to make as hard of a decision to defend against the cheese, unlike Protoss and Zerg, where it's like, well, if my opponent isn't committing, I'm going to fall behind economically. Whereas Terran, you can play it safer and just hunker in the high ground for a while.
We have a Reaper going out. Let's see.
Yeah. We've got 6 Lings crossing the map. Ling speed on the way. Bot-tato sees this, but Torches is a map where lots of Reapers get stuck against these rocks, so we'll see. So far, though, it's doing a great job kiting against these Lings, not eating a single swipe, which is important. There it starts to eat some of them, but then retreats to the high ground. This is looking pretty promising for Bot-tato.
That's really good micro from Bot-tato there, and taking out the first 6 Lings. Oh, gets caught a bit, but we'll get out.
The wall raises, the bunker's there. Wild Zergbot is struggling to break through and get any damage done early on. It's not the biggest commitment in the world. There is an expansion behind this. There are drones being added on, which makes me think that this bot is not just a one-trick pony. Maybe we'll get some macro or something else behind this, or just it wants a better economy so it can build even more lanes. Who knows?
Yeah. More drones, more Lings. And, Reaper's coming up now. Ooh. It'll get caught.
Yeah.
Trap the Reaper in the corner. There we go.
Bot-tato is pulling its Marines back upon seeing all of those Lings, which I really like. Showing us some smart decision making. There is a command center building on the high ground. It's got a Hellion being produced and a Widow Mine. That can be very powerful against mass Lings.
Fortunately, it can also be very powerful against your own army if the mass Lings get on top of them.
Yeah, and
but
this is... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I've seen many bots try to do Widow Mines and then only pull them onto their own army, which is very devastating. In fact, humans as well, so it's not only bots.
Yeah, so Wild Zergbot is looking... It's doing like something that I kind of thought about a fair bit when I was programming my bot, in that it is taking the game to a different stage, but it's sticking with the same composition, just mass Lings. And this is, yeah, what I thought about, because at some point Bot-tato does have to move out and secure an expansion. If you know a Zerg rush is coming, it's very easy to defend against it, but there's all sorts of windows where bots are vulnerable. Like Bot-tato right now, it's spending money on extra gas, it's getting up the natural base, but it's still rather exposed here. It's not exactly locked down, and if Wild Zergbot hits like a mid-game timing to follow this up with its improved economy, Lings still might be able to cut it if Bot Tato gets caught out. And there we go, +1 for the Lings being started. Second Evo, so probably Carapace 2. More and more drones being added on.
It's just going to be masses and masses of things.
I think so.
I think it is, yeah.
It's Ling macro. I think that's what the bot had as its description. And, like, Lings are very good units. You can build lots of them. They're cheap. Your opponent, like, if they don't, like, you need to group up against Lings, otherwise they'll get surrounded and killed. And lots of bots split up their units excessively. And, yeah, this makes me nervous for Bot Tato.
It does, but like I say, if those Widow Mines get good shots, that's half your army gone.
It's true,
if Widow Mines
yeah.
get bad shots, then yeah, it's half your army gone.
Lings are definitely not perfect.
No.
Hopefully Bot Tato does get like a bunker on the low ground at some point. It is adding in the Medivacs. The Banshees also have lots of potential, as Wild Zergbot does not have any anti-air except its 3 queens. There is no cloak yet. Drones are running away. The Queen zones out the Banshee. Will we get spores? There's one being constructed. We should be getting some more built as well. So many hatcheries are going up because Wild Zergbot isn't investing in that much other tech. It's up to 58 drones, and its economy could just let it play with these basic units to potentially overwhelm its opponent. The upgrades are going to be good as well. Like, it's at 50.
It's getting up towards kind of like, well, it's 50 army supplies, so it must be getting near 100
yeah.
Zerglings, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and climbing, like, we'll see. Bot Tato is definitely... Oh. Are these tanks stuck? They are, aren't they?
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
No.
That could... I was wondering why Bot Tato was sitting at home for so long. Now it's decided... Like, in the other game, it was moving out so aggressively. Instead, this game, it's just been sitting at home. I wonder if that's, like, it reading the situation or just bugging out. It does lower the depot... Or the depot was lowered. It lifts its buildings so those tanks can get out. Really well done by Bot Tato, but here we go.
Those tanks are getting good shots, as well as the Widow Mines, I think.
Yeah, there's like pretty much a good chunk of the Marines died during that. Bot Tato, well, like 8 Marines died. 97 Lings died. Holy smokes.
Oh, what a fight for Bot Tato there. Only 7 Marines dead.
Yeah. There wasn't very much friendly splash damage, which was nice. There's actually a drop on the other side of the map. The Lings are coming in to engage this. They force the liftoff there. Bot Tato does have Banshees out as well still. Wild Zergbot's got a pretty solid economy, though, to keep pumping lots more Lings. 2-2 is on the way for them. We're getting Overseers added into the mix. A Hive on the way. I can only assume that's for 3-3 and Adrenal Glands.
I mean, it's not going to be for anything other than Lings, of course.
Yeah, of course. This Ling macro is just such an interesting thing to me. Because it's like, you can build a lot of Lings, man, with a bot's economy.
Yes, you can. Like, that is getting up towards nearly full supply of, you know, pretty much half-lings. So you've probably got, like, nearly 200 Lings coming.
The worker count isn't that impressive for Wild Zergbot at this point, but Bot Tato's, well, it's not that impressive compared to Bot Tato's, but Bot Tato's been on 2 bases a long, long time. Like, it's got 55 SCVs, but a lot of them are long-distance mining because the 3rd isn't landed yet. It's going to have to maybe abandon its nice, cushy defensive position in order to take this 3rd base. It might be more split up. It even opens up this attack path here, too, by mining that out. +3 attack is started on the Lings. They're going to be very formidable.
They're going to be nasty, and that 3rd base is very exposed at the moment, so, you know, if you can throw in an attack to there...
It is. The Widow Mine count is 7, and they do have drilling claws.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, that's so many Lings.
Look at that! That's insane.
The Ling bot is doing its
Come on,
thing as the SCVs see a tidal wave of Zerglings coming towards that third base. The base lifts off. Lings are getting on top of some of the Marines. There is a significant amount of friendly fire that time, and the Lings' numbers are not out just yet. There's no Overseer with this push, so the Widow Mines will survive. A tank goes down. Lots of Marines died at the expense of like 200 Zerglings.
That's a massacre of Zerg right there.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible.
But what it did do, it prevented the third.
It did, yeah.
Bot Sato is still on 2 bases. And
Oh, and Overseer's kind of coming in too.
Yeah.
But the Vikings of Bot Tato are zoning them out.
Yeah, if Bot Tato is going to struggle to get this third up, it'll be a very tough move.
Friendly fire on the Widow Mines is still going down sometimes. We are getting 3-3 research for Wild Zergbot. It's got adrenal glands on the way. The main problem is Widow Mines don't care about upgrades.
Yeah.
Lings are moving forward. Once again, so many Widow Mines fire.
They almost killed themselves.
Yeah. No speed on the Overseers, I think, is hurting Wild Zergbot a little bit. They're just sitting ducks for these Vikings, basically. More Lings are coming forward. The Marines of Bot Tato will not do well against the 2-2 Adrenal Gland Lings. It really is all in the Widow Mines. One mine goes down there, 2 friendly fire, as more and more Lings trickle on in. The tank may get killed off. More and more Lings coming in. No Overseer, though, so the mines are still alive.
Yeah. Got a 4th base now for Bot Tato.
Yeah, that's significant.
Yeah.
And the mines are recharging too. Lots of Lings are spilling in still. 3-3.
Still looking good, I think, for Bot Tato. It's dealing with it quite well.
This is a lot of dead SCVs, though, as the Lings do bypass the Widow Mines. And I think an Overseer might have crossed over there. There's only 4 mines there now. There's only 4 mines in total, so yes, some of the mines definitely were killed off. And Bot Tato is in trouble now, as its third is lifted off. It's just, like, anything but the Widow Mines isn't that effective here.
All their mines have gone down a bit, and obviously struggling to get that 3rd base up is significant. 4th base is going to help, but if Wild Zergbot sees that, then that's going to cut down mining for Bot Tato significantly. Entirely.
The fact that the 4th is a planetary is really nice against the mass Lings. If we get building armor, it would be really, really nice. Bot Tato seems to get a moment of respite, but Wild Zergbot's going to be up at like 200 Lings in just a moment again, and it'll be ready for the next wave.
So much income because you've got like, what, 7 bases from Wild Zergbot now? So those attacks from drone things are going to come
mines.
So much more.
Pretty good connections on the mines, but there's so many Lings. The 3rd base will have to lift off. The 4th is identified by the Lings. The planetary is shooting away. 3-3 Adrenal Lings, though, are just tearing into the planetary as it tries to shoot them down. SCVs are repairing, but they're being targeted. The Lings actually break it.
That's crazy. Oh, and now Lings in the main as well.
I think Bot Tato's just dead.
Yeah.
The flood is here.
It's just, he kept knocking at the door and knocking at the door with more Lings, and eventually they got through.
Yeah. Despite ridiculous cost efficiency on the Widow Mines, Wild Zergbot shows that if you have a good enough economy and you hit different timings with your Lings, you can potentially just win the game. And it's done that. Like, there's Banshees that have been shooting non-stop, non-contested, but they just can't kill the Lings quick enough.
For every Ling a Banshee kills, 10 more will come out.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Potato is going to just sail all their units, buildings over into a corner, and Wild Zergbot is on 200 and can't make anything.
There's yeah.
Potato were just to not shoot anything now, he would win. He would at least get a draw. Unfortunately, his Banshees are taking out Lings, which might give Wild Zerg the chance.
We're getting gases added on, so I think this has got to be like cleanup logic here.
Yeah.
I imagine that's going to be for corruptors or something, but yeah, if Wild Zergbot didn't have like code in it to clean up kill some of its own Lings to free up supply, it could potentially have gotten stuck. It may still get stuck here. Like, it has yet to start up a Spire. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he should be able to clear up these buildings eventually.
Potato does re-land its bases. Wild Zergbot is just zerging all over the place.
Yeah, look at that map now. That's just...
Oh, the Queen even walks to try and get some of those floating buildings.
Well, there is some Banshees there. Yeah, a few Vikings around to take out any air units that might want to come and take out the buildings. So maybe.
What are we gonna get? Are we gonna get like 30 mutas though, or something? All right, 9 for now. And oh, it is killing its
10.
own Lings to free up supply.
Ah, okay, that's good.
Can Potato's Vikings save itself from all the mutas?
You got like 14 on the way now, so I think that should be enough.
Potato's path towards the Zelnaga Healing Shrine.
Oh.
Cool to see the authors making use of that, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't think it will make a difference.
Nope.
Unfortunately, Medivacs can't heal buildings.
Wild Zergbot showing us that Lings can get things done. Despite not being able to deal with the Widow Mines super effectively. This Banshee is immortal-ish. There it is, GG.
There you go, GG. Alright, so it must have had some logic for GG in there, which I thank Potato for. That's good, and that is game 1.
Yeah.
So, just turn the light on because things are getting quite dark in here.
Yeah, it is getting late over there.
It is a bit, yeah.
Big thanks to everyone for tuning in to this live stream. It's fun to be able to put these bots in a tournament and see how they do. Click the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Twitch. Check out AI Arena. And just try programming a bot if you haven't ever before. You too can make a mass Zergling bot.
Yes, you can. Other tactics are available, by the way.
Nope, just Lings.
Damn it!
Want to fill the ladder with nothing but Ling bots. Lings, cannons, and
yeah,
battle cruiser bots, I guess.
Just marine rushes, I guess. Whatever, whatever you like. Program whatever strategy you like. You can even program dancing SCVs, as Ketrock did occasionally.
Yeah.
Or, no, was it dancing mules? Yeah.
it had like the mule like pictures it would drop. That was very cool. That was
so much fun. Yeah.
We got to bug Ketrock, get his bot back on the ladder at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to see mules typing out GG.
Okay, let's get this second game started. We have got Bot-Tato seemingly defending the initial wave of Lings pretty effectively, but then not quite able to stand up to 80 drone, well, I don't even know, it wasn't even 80 drones the whole time, but strong Zerg macro. Bot-Tato just couldn't match it.
And down in the bottom right is Wild Zergbot, with lots of Wild Zerglings in the first game. And just keeps going with the Zerglings. It doesn't care if its first wave is repelled. Just keep coming.
Yeah, no, I like this. I really like this bot. It's what I would have liked to have done with my bot had I been a better programmer. I think this is pretty darn great.
There's still time.
There is still time. I do want to give it a revamp at some point in the future. But Wild Zergbot really showing like the concept of just being like, just try and try again, and you will hit a timing that works against your opponent. Like when they're expanding, they might be vulnerable depending on their army movement. They might be trying to attack you, and if you have lings that are counterattacking, or even meeting them in the middle of the map, you might get them. And if you have a better economy, because you kind of set them on the back foot early on with an early pool to slow them down, as happened to Bot Tato, you can just maybe overpower them.
But here we Bot Tato is starting with the bunker.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a bit of a similar match.
Yeah.
But things can always be different just based on like the pathing, that kind of thing. We can have identical...
Also,
yeah.
Yeah, once you have kind of like the Widow Mines and the splash damage from the tanks and everything like that, you've got a very, very swingy match. If they catch good connections, then you can destroy an army. If, like I say, if they don't, then you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, like things only really started going downhill for Bot Tato when its mines kind of got isolated in the middle of the map, and then the lings were just running by them and ignoring them. Whereas when Bot Tato was on the defense with the mines, like, they did great. The Reaper starts off by catching 2 of the lings on Wild Zergbot's side of the map. On the other side, these lings are attacking the wall, so things are already a little different because that Reaper intercepted all the lings in the previous game. Whereas this time some SCVs are being pulled, they have to repair the wall. We do get that scan from Bot Tato again, just to see lings.
Yeah, so that's not as efficient as the first game. I didn't see if he'd done the scan, but obviously he had to pull the workers off the line to do the repairing. So that's a bit of a advantage for Wild Zergbot over the last game.
And there is ling speed done now as well, so the Reaper can be killed. Trying to pull back, but there is the... Oh, it does escape. No. And... Oh.
And the Reaper will heal up pretty soon. There we go.
It's just temporarily goes out of vision, so the lings give up.
Is it going to pull back?
It's somehow alive. Wild Zergbot not pouncing on top of it yet. Grenade bounces some more lings. This Reaper has outlasted my expectations, that's for sure. Making use of the ramps.
I think he's outlasted his own expectations. Oh, there we go, a few Zergs on top of it. No.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing, like, we didn't have this on the previous map just because the different layout makes the behavior play out differently. The grenade is cool from Bot Tato. Bot Tato is still hunkered on one base, dropping a mule. Like, who knows how long this Reaper is going to keep this up, and maybe it'll change the behavior of Wild Zergbot, maybe it will drone less, or maybe since it's losing lings, its timing attack will be a little later. There can be so many different things.
It's not losing that many lings, and what you often find in games like this is if you force your opponent to pull up even harder,
it's true,
it can sometimes hit harder as well. So it might not be all bad for Wild Zergbot here.
Oh, is this the end?
Around the back, there we go.
Oh, he fought 13 kills for a Reaper.
That's pretty good, yeah.
That's the power of the bots being able to micro their units non-stop while doing their macro and such. Bot Tato might not get its tanks stuck this game as well, So who knows, maybe it will try and move out sooner. Does kind of wall an SCV in there, lowers the wall. The natural is secure now by Bot Tato. More and more lings or drones are being produced as Wild Zergbot is going up to that very strong economy. 1-1 being researched, the lair being produced. Bot Tato has got lots of starports.
So we get the upgrades as well, so we're going to get 1-1 lings pretty soon. He's going to through.
The Banshee is coming on in. Gets a tumor. That's a nice little denial. Might get some drones as it begins going to work, denying mining.
There are queens around, but it can still get a lot of damage.
Yeah, the Banshees were ever present last game with, like, Wild Zergbot just has the queens, just has the spores.
There is no cloak yet for the Banshees, but it's on the way. There is that giant ball of Zerg being pulled up there next to the third.
The growing Zergling orb.
Oh.
Just casually spam clicking 42,000 times.
Wow, that's a lot of APM, guys.
That's a lot of APM for a lot of nothing.
Yeah. Viking and Banshee coming in.
Sending timing attack number 2, so Wild Zergbot decides it's time to move on out. Bot Tato's Raven sees this. The Marines, though, are moving out at a very inopportune time. They're microing back as well as they can. We need the auto turret drop. There's the Widow Mines and tanks in the back. Mines firing.
The tanks are going down. That's something that didn't happen in the first game. It's Bot Tato was actually able to protect his tanks a little better, but it's like they've gone down this time. See, I actually think if Wild Zergbot were to send those other giant pool of Zergling that are at his base right now, that would be a huge win for him.
Yeah, potentially. The Banshee of Bot Tato finds the 5th base of Wild Zergbot. I'm not sure this happened in the previous game. And it works on that hatchery. Does it get the kill or is it a cancel?
Does it have cancel logic, I wonder?
Oh, that's a kill.
No, it's a kill. Third base is up now for Bot Tato.
Yeah. Bot Tato is building its 4th. It's got drilling claws on the Widow Mines. It's building more mines, more Marines. Its defensive positioning might be a little better on this map.
Just a little bit, but
adding in another bunker.
Tanks? Because has it replaced those tanks though?
It has not. Not yet, anyway.
Definitely.
There we go.
Definitely a big component of the defense.
It's building 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's just slightly different, and I'm curious how it will play out. Things really just started to go downhill in the first game when Bot Tato attacked. So we'll see whether it decides to attack. And again, we're getting a fusion core added in. Some battle cruisers would do pretty well against a Zergling bot.
Yeah, battle cruisers would just kill all the Zerg.
It could just be for the rotors, though, right? Or no, it's already got the hyperflow. You don't need, the fusion core.
No. Battle cruisers would be very good for Bot Tato.
Okay, here's another attack as Wild Zergbot is going on in. Bot Tato is just landing its 4th base. That's not going to happen. It's got 1 tank, the bunker, lots of mines around it. The army of Wild Zergbot is kind of split, though, so most of the, not all the mines fire on only half the group of Zerglings. The Lynx are getting on top of this.
Yeah, there's not much left now for Bot Tato. Like,
yeah.
those mines are going to be charging for a while.
Yet the SCVs were not able to repair that bunker. It might just have been enough, though, as SCVs soak damage. There's just enough odds and ends, it seems, to defend against this.
Banshees have been really good there as well. So, now there's an attack in the back for Potato.
Yeah, the very cool Medivac drop. Cool to see it programmed, but I'm not, like, I don't think it's getting all that much work done. The Banshees are trying to get some counter damage. There's lots of Banshees this time. I don't think we had 5 in the previous game.
Oh, we definitely didn't. Definitely more. One thing those Medivac drops do though is it does pull that giant Zerg army a little bit out of position for a while, so it's not entirely useless.
Potato's trying to move out to attack once more. It appears anyway. Mines are burrowing. Marines get far forward. They are surrounded and killed. One Widow Mine fires. There's many more on that high ground. And quite a few Lings get deleted.
They are split up quite a lot, so they're not getting the huge connections that they probably need.
Yeah. There's so many Banshees this time, though. Like, 1 or 2 Banshees takes forever to kill 100 Lings, but like 5, that's a significant amount. We're also getting that 4th as a planetary, which we did have last game, and it didn't really matter.
So going up for 3-3 now on the Lings, which is going to be pretty crazy.
Vikings kill the Overseer.
Potato is definitely in a better position here than he was last game.
Yeah, we're getting lots of Lings produced by Wild Zergbot, but they are dying pretty much as they come out. Widowmines deal some friendly fire, softening up the Banshees. Raven can reveal the creep to push that back. Potato is constructing a 5th base. We'll see if it can get up a 5th this game. That would be a big change up from the previous match.
But the Queens are coming now on the right-hand side.
Yeah. The sisters are coming. And mines are starting to fire here.
I don't think there's any vision there of the mines. There's no observers or anything. Not observers, overseers.
Yeah, Potato's doing a great job keeping its Banshees alive. Like, it's only built 5 this game, but it's kept them all alive. So they've just been able to get repaired, keep dealing damage, keep getting that efficiency. The Terran's 5th base might actually be shut down here. Potato is not resuming building that, so that may be cancelled. The Banshees are skirmishing with the Queens.
Yeah, so many dead Zerglings.
Yeah, the supply of Potato is climbing, though. It's 150 to 150, which is pretty good for the Terran.
Yeah. So sending a timing attack number 4.
Yeah, it's just been attacking non-stop.
Yeah, it's just attack after attack right now. Like, it's not even a timing attack.
Yeah, there's not that much different there. I love the auto turret usage by Potato. Marines are still running forward, getting gobbled up by the Lings, but many more Lings are being punished by the Banshees, tanks, and Widow Mines en masse. The cost efficiency of Potato is ridiculous.
Oh, it's silly. 701 Lings killed. You do not want to be a Ling in this game.
No. We're getting smart servos, a 2nd armory, a new attempt at the 5th command center. Again, that will be significant for Potato.
Yeah. I think what you've got is, obviously, Wild Zergbot has so many bases himself, but, I mean, it's not going to matter too much. As long as you've got, like, 4 or 5 bases, you're pretty much safe.
Yeah, I guess Wild Zergbot just has some defensive code here, and that basically says, like, if attack enemy units that are near the bases, if I had to guess. And since Potato keeps stepping forward, the Lings keep feeding in, so it's not pooling up to that 200 supply of Lings, and thus we have this non-stop battle.
Yeah, it's not that far off. You're on 163 supply there, so it's not too far off having capacity, especially if you've got another couple of bases going up.
I mean, a lot of it's always wrapped up in production, though, too. Like, 30 supply worth of Lings in production all the time. It's building a tremendous amount. It's bringing in 5,000 minerals a minute.
Yeah.
What's that, 100
crazy.
Lings a minute or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And it is actually kind of pushing forward. The Widow Mines actually got cleaned up.
Oh, wow.
Or a lot of them did anyway. The Banshees are quite softened up now too. We may actually have one die if it gets too close to a queen.
Yeah.
Is the persistence finally paying off? An Overseer must have got far enough forward and survived, so so units were able to be cleaned up. But oh no, Bot Tato, why?
Oh,
it's building the command center, which is locking these tanks in.
Oh no. Yeah, if the tanks were there, that would get cleared up. But now the Lings are just going to roll through.
Yeah, the planetary is going to be vulnerable again. Oh, this is going to be heartbreaking. As Wild Zergbot's persistence works, the CC eventually lifts off, so the tanks will be able to get around, but I think the damage has been done.
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, if Bot Tato held other units back to group up with those stuck tanks or something, and that's why things fell off all of a sudden, because, like, it was maintaining supply, doing very well. It's not out of it yet. It's still got these 5 Banshees.
I don't know. I think it just seemed at one point it was just hanging on, like I said, and somehow it just ended up not hanging on.
Yeah, like things just went south all of a sudden. It must have been the mines being cleaned up, but like, why did they all of a sudden die? Did an Overseer roll forward? Lings are now spilling forward. The tanks are just defending this position endlessly.
Yeah.
But
looks like we will see Wild Zergbot in our tournament.
Yeah. Wild Zergbot does quite well on the ladder. It's a great implementation of a mass Ling bot. It's just, yeah, it just explodes, spreads creep, like it defended against the Banshee harassment. Its persistence paid off.
It's made a very nasty mess of our map as well.
It really has. The tanks are just shelling away endlessly.
Yeah. It'll take a while for them to clean this up, but it will eventually.
Yeah, Bot Tato down to 5 SCVs.
Yeah, and that's God knows how many bases there from Wild Zergbot.
All of them, pretty much, yeah. And this map too, also, like it's got bases that are literally just minerals. That's great for a Zergling bot.
It's like, how many bases do you want? Yes.
Yes, all the bases, please. The tanks, no, is that? I guess they can't get around that reactor, maybe?
No, I think it's the reactor that's got penned in, but there's no other way around.
The Lings are trying to break in. The depot is down, so the tanks will be vulnerable. The cost efficiency of Bot Tato was ridiculous. Guys, place your bets in chat. How many Lings have died this game?
We'll get that up.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we can pull that up now and see. 1,500. Holy smokes.
Man, you do not want to be a Ling in this game.
No, you do not. The Banshees, like, and the Ravens are still uncontested, so they're doing their thing. Oh, some of the mines were retreating and got killed there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm not sure an Overseer... There was an Overseer relatively near, but I'm not sure it was in range to see them, but I guess they just were running back for some reason and didn't burrow to save themselves.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many Lings die, because you're still going to win the game.
Yep. As long as there's Lings at the end of the day, the Banshees cannot kill them quick enough now to handle this. In a world in which Bot Tato holds on for another 20 minutes, maybe the Blue Zerg runs out of money, but...
I mean, there's a lot of money you got to run out on
yeah.
there. And there is no income and no money at all for, well, Bot Tato.
No mules being dropped.
No.
Nothing like that. Wild Zergbot's building up to another round.
Here we go.
Here it comes. The Banshees are really trying.
Yeah, you don't kill all of those with just Banshees, unfortunately.
It definitely was a different game from game number 1, but in the end, the persistence pays off, and while Zergbot is able to advance to the round of 16, the Swiss, the main tournament, guys, now's a good time to subscribe to the channel, to join the AI Arena Discord, get notified. It's going to be a pretty regular Saturday thing. Nothing next Saturday, as I'll be out of town, but then we're going to hopefully have pretty regular Saturday broadcasts to play out the Swiss, and the active author qualifier number 2 is going to be getting played out on the on this YouTube channel in just sort of in solo cast, just as I run through that instead of doing the usual videos. Lings are now killing each other.
Well, that should be good, and we'll get the muters over to kill them. But yeah, I'm also going to be out of town next Saturday, unfortunately. Heading to Hamburg.
Hamburg? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Going to pay the Germans a visit. If you're over there, come say hi.
I'd love to go to Germany.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a bit far.
Yeah, for you. I've been many times. I did stay in Berlin once for about 6 months.
Oh, cool.
It's fun.
That's the great thing about Europe.
Yeah, it is. Or at least it was until we decided to leave the EU. But
yeah, let's not get into that can of worms. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into this broadcast. It's been great. Big thanks to Crypt for joining and casting, and then
been a lot of fun
running the games and everything.
Yeah, and well done to all the authors. Some really fun games there, and everyone some really good bots. So well done for everyone. And we've got the next active author qualifier still to come with even more great bots to see. Yeah, guys, and these tournaments are semi-frequently too. So if you're a new author and you want to program a bot, maybe you can get into the next tournament. Again, check out the AI Arena Patreon. I'll have to get that linked for the next one. And yeah, big thanks for tuning on in. If you guys have any feedback on the stream or anything like that, let us know. Unless someone tells us, we're not going to change anything. So, yeah. Sounds good. All right. Cool. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Catch you later.